Right now, inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, there is a space so gargantuan it could swallow a 200-foot skyscraper whole. For 4,500 years, this was the world's most guarded secret. We were told this monument was a tomb. We were told every chamber had been mapped. They lied. Using cosmic rays from deep space, particles called muons that can see through solid granite, scientists have just confirmed the existence of the Big Void. Dumped. It's an architectural impossibility sitting directly over our heads, untouched, since the dawn of civilization. But here is the part they don't want you to ask. If we found the greatest archaeological discovery of the century in 2017, why hasn't a single camera entered that room? Why is the area surrounding the North Face now under permanent high-security lockdown? This isn't just about a hidden room. This is about a forbidden history that is currently being suppressed by the gatekeepers of our past. To understand the secret of the forbidden chambers, you have to look at the stars. Since the 1800s, archaeologists have used dynamite and drills to find what's hidden inside the Giza Plateau, but they were looking at the problem all wrong. In 2017, an international team used Muon tomography, a cosmic X-ray that sees through hundreds of meters of solid rock. The results were staggering. They found a colossal void at least 100 feet long sitting directly above the Grand Gallery. According to official Egyptology, this space shouldn't exist. There are no tunnels leading to it, no shafts, no doorways. It is a massive sealed vault that has been isolated for over 4,500 years. Now, here is where the mystery turns into a scandal. Usually, when a discovery this big happens, a robot is sent in within months. But since 2017, the official response has been silence. The data proves the chamber is there. The technology is ready to see inside. So, why are the gatekeepers of history refusing to open the door? The gatekeepers of history. In the world of Egyptian archaeology, some truths are allowed and others are forbidden. Take Rudolf Gantenbrink. In 1993, he sent a high-tech robot named UPWA-2 up a narrow shaft in the Queen's Chamber. The camera sent back an image that shocked the world. A limestone slab with 2 copper handles. A door. Gantenbrink wanted to drill, but within days, he was removed from the site. His permit was revoked. It took 9 years before they allowed another robot to return. This is the pattern of the gatekeepers. When the technology gets too good, the barriers get higher. They tell us it's for preservation, but independent researchers believe they are protecting a narrative, because if we find what's in that forbidden chamber, the history books used in every school in America will become obsolete. The energy machine. Hypothesis: if these forbidden chambers aren't for dead kings, then what exactly was their purpose? To find the answer, we have to stop looking at the pyramid as a building and start looking at it as a machine. For decades, engineers have been pointing out a glaring anomaly that mainstream history refuses to address: the choice of materials. The Great Pyramid is not just a pile of rocks. It is a precision-engineered structure made of 2 distinct types of stone with very different properties. The exterior was originally covered in 144,000 highly polished, white Tura limestone blocks, a material that acts as a perfect electrical insulator. But the interior? The King's Chamber and the massive stress-relieving blocks above it are made of red granite. This granite was hauled from Aswan, over 500 miles away. Why go to such impossible lengths when limestone was available right at the site? Because granite is rich in quartz crystals, and quartz is piezoelectric. This means that when it is subjected to mechanical stress, like the 6 million tons of pressure from the pyramid's own mass, it generates an electrical charge. The Great Pyramid wasn't just sitting there, it was pulsing with power. This brings us back to the Big Void, that massive 100-foot space sitting directly above the Grand Gallery. In any other building, a hollow space of that size would be a structural flaw. But here, it serves a precise mechanical function. Leading researchers suggest this void acted as a resonance chamber, designed to amplify the low-frequency vibrations of the Earth itself. This is known as acoustic resonance. When you stand inside the King's Chamber today and hum a specific frequency, the walls don't just echo. They vibrate with a deep, haunting hum. The entire structure was tuned like a giant musical instrument. But if the pyramid was indeed a power plant, where did that energy go? And why are the authorities so desperate to keep us from seeing the control room located within the forbidden chambers? The gatekeepers tell us the ancients only had primitive tools and oil torches. Yet, there is a massive problem with that theory. There is absolutely no soot on the ceilings of the inner chambers. Even in the deepest, most airless rooms, the walls remain pristine. They weren't using fire to see. They were using something else, something much more advanced. And the secret to that technology might be hidden in the one place they still forbid us from exploring: the subterranean chamber deep beneath the bedrock. The subterranean secrets and the Sphinx connection. Mainstream archaeology tells us the subterranean chamber, located nearly 100 feet beneath the pyramid's base, was simply abandoned. They say the pharaoh changed his mind and moved the burial higher up. But look at the precision of the rest of the structure. Does it make sense that the most sophisticated builders in history just gave up on the foundation? When you enter this bottom chamber, the atmosphere changes. It's carved directly into the solid bedrock of the Giza plateau. Independent engineers suggest this wasn't a tomb at all, but a hydraulic ram or a grounding mechanism for the pyramid's energy. If the pyramid was a machine, this was the engine room, interacting with the Nile's underground tributaries to create a massive vibration. But the mystery doesn't stop at the pyramid's edge. Just a few hundred yards away, the Great Sphinx stands as a silent guardian. For decades, rumors have circulated about a Hall of Records, a prehistoric library, buried directly beneath its paws. In 1987, a team from Waseda University performed an electromagnetic sounding of the site. They found something that the history books refuse to mention: a hollow, rectangular space and a tunnel system leading from the Sphinx directly toward the Great Pyramid. Why has no one been allowed to excavate this tunnel? As soon as the scans were published, a massive concrete wall was built around the Sphinx, and all independent research was halted. The gatekeepers claim they are protecting the monument, but researchers believe they are guarding a physical link between the Sphinx and the forbidden chambers we just discovered. The inventory, Stela and the age deception. If the tunnels exist and the technology is advanced, we have to ask the most dangerous question of all. How old is this place really? The official timeline says 40,500 years, but in the 19th century, explorers found a stone tablet known as the Inventory Stela. This wasn't a myth. It was a physical record found right on the Giza plateau. The text explicitly states that Khufu, the pharaoh we are told built the Great Pyramid, actually found it already standing. According to the stela, he didn't build it. He repaired it. He found the Sphinx already buried in sand, a relic from a time of the gods that was already ancient in his day. Mainstream scholars calls the stela a later forgery because it contradicts their timeline. They want us to believe that primitive people with copper chisels built this in 20 years. But if the Inventory Stela is right, the Great Pyramid is a legacy from a civilization that existed long before the Ice Age. If that's true, the Big Void isn't just a room. It's a time capsule. It holds the records of a humanity that was nearly wiped out by a global cataclysm. A civilization that knew it was dying and left us a message in stone that we are only now beginning to decode. The hole in the north face. While the world stares at the famous robber's entrance used by tourists, there is a jagged, inconspicuous hole high on the north face that hides a terrifying secret. Thermal cameras have recently detected a strange phenomenon at this exact location. During the night, as the pyramid cools down, this specific area stays warm. This isn't just heat retention in the stone. It's the signature of air circulating from a massive, hidden internal structure, the very Big Void detected by the Muon scans. Wait until you hear what independent researchers found when they flew a high-resolution drone near this opening. They didn't see rough construction. They saw what looked like a metallic sheen deep within the crevice. Authorities immediately banned drones from the entire plateau. They tell us it's for security, but it feels more like a blackout. They are racing to reach that chamber before the public realizes that what's inside isn't Egyptian. It's something else entirely. Lost technologies of the ancients. If you look closely at the granite blocks inside the king's chamber, you'll see something that shouldn't be there. Across the surface of the hardest stones on Earth, there are distinct spiral grooves. Mainstream archaeologists tell us these were made by primitive workers using copper chisels and sand. But there's a massive problem with that story. Copper is a soft metal. Granite is incredibly hard. To cut through granite with copper, you would need a lifetime just to make a single dent. Yet, when engineers examine these grooves, they find that the drill was biting into the stone at a rate of 1/10 of an inch per revolution. To achieve that kind of feed rate, you would need a drill rotating at over 500 RPM with thousands of pounds of pressure behind it. We aren't talking about primitive tools here. We are talking about power tools. This brings us back to the forbidden chambers. If the ancients had access to high-speed drilling technology, where did they keep the machines? Some researchers believe that the Big Void isn't a tomb or a storage room, but a massive internal workshop or a housing unit for the very technology that built the pyramid itself. They hid it away, sealed behind millions of tons of stone, waiting for a future civilization to become advanced enough to find it. Think about the precision. The Great Pyramid is aligned to true north within 3/60ths of a degree. Modern skyscrapers like the Burj Khalifa aren't even that accurate. You don't get that kind of precision with primitive methods. You get it with advanced surveying and high-speed mechanical engineering. The kind of lost tech that the gatekeepers are terrified we might actually find. Is the Pharaoh's curse versus the scientific barrier. Whenever a discovery is made that threatens the official timeline, a familiar word starts to circulate: the curse. But in the 21st century, the real curse isn't supernatural. It's bureaucratic. It is a scientific barrier designed to keep the public out and the secrets in. Why are we still using grainy robots from the 1990s to explore these shafts? We have the technology today to 3D map the entire interior using autonomous microdrones. We could drill a 1-inch hole smaller than a coin and send a fiber optic camera directly into the Big Void tomorrow. So why haven't we? The official answer is preservation. They claim the pyramid is too fragile, but this is a structure that has survived earthquakes, wars, and thousands of years of erosion. It's not fragile. What's fragile is the narrative. If we send a camera into that forbidden chamber and find something that isn't a mummy, perhaps a metallic device, a library of crystals, or blueprints for a lost energy source, the entire foundation of our historical understanding collapses. The curse is a tool used to revoke the permits of any scientist who asks too many questions. It's a wall of silence that keeps our lost origins buried under the guise of academic authority. The Hall of Records, the Library of the Gods. This leads us to the ultimate prize, the Hall of Records. For centuries, mystics and researchers alike have spoken of a secret vault containing the entire history of a lost human civilization, one that existed long before the Great Flood or the end of the last ice age. The new Muon scans confirm that the Big Void is large enough to hold thousands of artifacts. It is positioned at the very heart of the structure, protected by the most sophisticated weight-relieving system ever built. This isn't where you put a dead body. This is where you put a legacy. Imagine a library not made of paper, but of stone and crystal. Ancient texts from the Sumerians and the Egyptians talk about the emerald tablets or the pillars of Hermes, objects that contained the secrets of alchemy, astronomy, and the true nature of the universe. If the Great Pyramid was a time capsule, the Big Void is the hard drive. And here is the most shocking part. The scans show that the void isn't just one room. It appears to be a series of interconnected spaces. We aren't just looking for one secret. We are looking at an entire forgotten archives of human knowledge that has been waiting for us to wake up and claim it. The final revelation and conclusion. The Great Pyramid is not a mystery to be solved. It is a message to be read. We have spent centuries looking at the outside, but the true meaning of Giza is hidden within the forbidden chambers, the big void, the hidden tunnels of the Sphinx, and the impossible drill marks all point to one undeniable truth. We are not the first advanced civilization to walk this earth. We are a species with amnesia, living on the ruins of a giant's world. The gatekeepers can build their walls, they can revoke permits and deny the data, but they cannot stop the cosmic rays. They cannot stop the muons from showing us what is real. The doors to the forbidden chambers are beginning to creak open, and what lies behind them will change the way you look at the stars, the earth, and yourself forever. History isn't what you were taught in school. It's what you are brave enough to discover. If you believe that the truth about our past is being hidden, and you're ready to help us find it, then you belong here. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us as we continue to uncover our lost origins. What do you think is waiting inside the big void? Tell us your theory in the comments below. We read every single one. Until next time, keep searching.